Right from day one, Channel 9 was determined to be the first and the best. It was the first commercial station on air in South Australia in 1959, and through dogged determination, it was the first to produce a raft of programs that would become a vital part of daily life. Victoria had been wowed by TV images 3 years earlier when television cameras captured the drama and excitement of the 1956 Olympic Games. When it was our turn, crowds flocked to watch programs through shop windows of stores like Ern Smith's. We embraced the magic of the box with gusto, and not long after the first test transmission in September 1959, an ambitious lineup of programs were being beamed out from Channel 9's Tynte Street studios, a lot of them becoming household names.
Hey, look, it's over here on Channel 9, tune us in world, here we come.
Variety was to be a winner, and it helped launch a stable of personalities that became the human face of Channel 9. We became very good at very live and therefore unpredictable television.
Then the bastard fills up with gravy. What? Is that really the pronunciation?
No,
bastard.
No, basta.
Bastard. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think the main thing was that we had this enormous amount of fun. I don't think we thought this is something that is going to take off and is going to be a monster in 50 years' time. I think we just had a great time.
Live for the day.
Well, we did, and I think we got away with a huge amount. You'd never get away with that now.
I'd hate to get it on my very overseas fashion, you know. Though it washes so well, it's tri-cell.
Glorious. What colour is it?
Well, sort of green, you know.
Green what?
Tri-cell.
Green tripe? Oh, green
Tri-cell,
tripe.
yes.
Lovely. From Vogue Overseas Fashions.
Lovely soft skirt.
Well done. Go away and play in tomorrow's flats.
Adelaide Tonight opened on the 17th of October 1959. It was a bold move given the station was only a month old. Proud Rupert Murdoch was in the audience, keen to prove that his venture into the new television medium was justified. Adelaide Tonight became a favourite stamping ground for the likes of Lionel Williams, Kevin Crease, Ernie Sigley, Roger Cardwell, Hal Turner and Ian Fairwether.
It's the way you smile at me.
Joan, the days when there was such a gang at Adelaide Tonight, how did the people react to you?
Well, I don't think we ever saw ourselves as celebrities or anything like that, because, in fact, I'm not even sure whether the word had been invented. We really just had fun. But because shows like Adelaide Tonight were going to air, it was into the lounge rooms in those very early days when nothing had come into the lounge rooms before, not 1959. So
They felt like you were just at home?
Oh,
you
yes,
were at home with them, were you?
Absolutely. And, you know, people had come up to you in the street and they'd say, oh, hello, I know you.
Yeah,
you know, you come into my lounge room every night. And I said, oh, I hope you're fully clothed. And I popped by.
Je te plumerai les ailes. Je te plumerai les ailes. He's a slow buddy, no?
Now, over 50 years, this is where the real local action for NWS 9 has happened, in what we call now the Kevin Crease studio, and isn't that appropriate? In the days of Adelaide Tonight, up to 4 nights a week, it'd all be happening in here. If you ever got your picture taken and you're in the audience, here's how the camera operator got it. There you are. Over here, there was a big band playing, and if you were one of the acts, I was lucky enough to be in one, we'd come in from the green room and we'd be looking for our spot. You had to be in exactly the right place. Maybe the ballet had just headed off that way. But over here is where the real skullduggery happened. This is where Lionel Williams and Ernie Sigley and Kevin Crease and the crew on the host set would weave their motley magic.
Come on, sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, oh.
It was variety with a capital V, from the smooth sophistication of a 23-year-old uni student by the name of Kamal.
Black is the color of my true love's hair.
to slapstick old vaudeville skits from the comedy genius of Jerry Gibson.
You know what I'm going to do with you, smart Aleck? I'm going to ring the doctor and ask him. How do you like that? Look, if you won't take my word for it, why don't you ring the doctor and ask him?
Go back and swing that corner lady round.
Buoyed by the success of Adelaide Tonight, the shows just kept on coming. The Country and Western Hour was a huge success, syndicated round the country.
Folks, the Viscounts, their first appearance on our show.
Hosted first by Roger Cardwell, then Reg Lindsay, the Country and Western Hour clocked up 10 years and a couple of logies to boot.
You're always welcome. Don't forget to drop in.
Even I got a Guernsey with the Wesley Three. Recognise that bloke playing the drum in the middle?
When I'm gone, Daddy don't you grieve, oh well, when I'm gone, Daddy don't you grieve, and I told her not to grieve after me.
Kids shows were big too. Remember the Channel 9ers? And Bobo the Clown. Played by Hal Turner, Bobo was huge, so much so that his appearances in country South Australia were events in themselves. They reckon a visit to Port Lincoln in the early 60s drew a crowd 3 times bigger than the one that had turned out to welcome Queen Elizabeth II. Channel 9's kids programs included Here's Humphrey. The funny old fun-loving bear's been gracing our screen for 4 decades, and these days includes a face familiar to Postcards viewers.
You're my friend, you make me wiggle, you're my friend.
For the older kids, of course, there was the Curiosity Show. For 18 years, Professor Rob Morrison and Dr. Dean Hutton spiked kids' interest in science by doing simple science experiments on camera. All that and a lot more happened right here. So in South Australian television terms, this studio is hallowed ground. Thousands of hours of local entertainment went out and helped to shape us in more ways than we know. Coming up, 5 fabulous decades of bringing news and sport into our living rooms.
Your favorite channel for sports, Channel 9.